Hey guys, JBD back at the office trailer at the school. In case you haven't noticed, it's 44,000 square feet commercial property in need of major rehab, a couple $100,000 worth, but it was worth over $500,000 back in 2012. Um, we got the property and it sat vacant, and so we brought the solar office here. You guys, I might have seen some of my other videos on the solar office, but this is pretty much how it's set up. We built a wall in here for a little walk in. There's Xena in the cage. My doggy Xena. And then there's my doggy China. She's just chilling. I used some scraps to throw the back of this together with some shelves for futon. You can crash in here if you absolutely need to. This has got storage underneath. I would show you, but the dog's in the way. But yeah, it's a pretty good setup. Oh, and I got these cameras too, guys. These cameras are freaking awesome. There's two of those now. You can control them and look around, up, down, left, right, zoom in and out. And now all of my cameras are hooked up to a motion sensor thing where if you walk through a certain selected area, it starts recording instantly, sends me text messages and emails and all kinds of other stuff. Since last time I talked to you guys, a couple other things I've done. Got me a little propane stove. This hasn't been bad. Keep some soups and stash. Some rice on stash. I've been hanging this because I don't know if I have a mouse problem. Some oatmeal. Ramen, which I'll probably never eat because now I know what it's made out of. Learning things can sometimes be scary, but hey, if it makes your health better. But this is where we're at. These batteries are going on a year now. You'll notice that I set it up so you can shut that other light off, and that provides power to this channel where it runs actually to my next new addition. I'll probably get another video just close up of that. But this is my new furnace. Oh, it's not new. It came out of like 86 to 89, somewhere around there. Chevy motorhome, about a 20-footer, which is exactly what this trailer is. So I figured that should be pretty good. I think it's 12 or 14,000 BTU. Hang on a second. Oh no, this bad boy's 19,000 BTU. Okay, I got another one at home that's smaller. It's like 14,000 BTU. I probably got it mixed up with that. But yeah, not too hard to install. Basically, just had to cut a hole through the wall, cut the wall of the trailer out. I guess you can see it at that angle. I couldn't get that angle in the other video. And then you go right to the skin with it. You mount a vent. It has two vent tubes. One of them goes and lets air in. The other one lets the fumes out. And that's why I like these, and I suggest these to everybody that likes these little buddy heaters, is because the way this is set up is your heat's actually going on inside this chamber is where your fire's going. And all the fumes from that is going out the hole. It's pushing cold air across the outside of where the gases are burning, making that air warm, and then forcing it through fans through your hoses. And this is why I like this. This is not really that hard to set up. Power, negative, thermostat, gas line. Outside to a dual stage regulator inside of a locking garden box. And I actually got 4 or 5 barbecue size tanks in it right now. I think I'm down to like one that's actually got fuel in it though. But I filled them last. Man, I can't even remember when I filled the last 2, and I didn't even fill them all. Anyway, so that's been helping a lot. I mean, I'm in here in 37 degrees. I'm walking around with my socks on. I don't really wear shoes past that point, honestly. It's mostly because these carpet is burb. Yes, it's just kind of slapped together. Mats, I didn't do it perfect. I wasn't worried about getting it in there perfect. Might reuse the carpet. But it came out pretty good. The futon, the crash on this one actually slides out, and that folds down, and this can actually go all the way to the end of the desk. You can actually sleep about 4 people in here. I do have another wood-style futon like this that has the bunk up there with the little ladder in the corner. I think I'm going to switch it to that one and take this to my house because this is super comfortable and I kind of want it at my house. It's more comfortable than my queen size bed, guys. Anyway, I was thinking about switching it to there. Then I'd have another crash spot up there. Plus, I could put storage and things that I don't want dogs getting to. I could put it up there out of my way. But yeah, this is pretty much the setup. I think I might want to take this corner, you guys, that's not being used between the desk, where I got the solar panel chilling, and try to use that to make a uh like closet. I got a bunch of extra wood laying around. I have a futon that was taken apart that was made out of cedar. It smelled extremely good when I cut it. I didn't even notice it was cedar. I thought it was just some cheap stain. And I was like, oh wow, I should build a closet out of this. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, guys, because that'll solve just having that smell in the air will scare insects away and everything else. Not only that, it just smells good. And in a space this small, if I only use 4 or 5 pieces of wood that are actually cedar, you'll smell it. But yeah, that's the setup, guys. Not too bad. I can't complain. Oh, I also here was an idea for summer. Yes, it's a car fan. Do you know what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to put it in the window. Okay? And then I'm going to run a fade switch to it for a light for my house. Yes, I know that's for house power. I don't care. It'll work. And then a couple cut extension cords. And I'm going to put a switch on it that goes to the battery. And I'll be able to switch it on and turn it up slowly. Last year I had these little USB fans. These didn't do too bad. The only problem is they don't last super long. If you leave these puppies running for about 6 hours, they fry. You got to shut them off for about an hour every 2. Like you leave them running for like an hour or 2 and then kill them. Leave them out, and let them cool down. And then they last longer. I burn out like 10 of them. And then I also had for the summer, I had this fan, which is you can run it with batteries inside this thing. You got the plug. It actually is a 12-volt fan that comes with an adapter. So I actually have another plug that goes in here that I'm going to set up that this can be run straight from the 12-volt too. Because the more shit you convert, the more power loss you're going to have, obviously. And I'm real big with not having the power loss. I mean, for instance, 3/4 of 1 watt. 3 watts. But check the fade out. You can fade it down to about 1 watt before it kicks off. In fact, I don't even. I'll leave that on just for recording. And then check these bulbs out. This is 1/3 of a watt, dude. 1/3 of a watt. And of course, I keep a bigger 3 watt back here too, in case you know what I mean. You're gonna do office stuff. Can't always have low level light. But I kind of dig these lights, guys, because then people can't tell if I'm in here or not at night. There's so much light on the outside. Nobody can tell if it's a day that I'm here or if I'm not here. Which not to sound like a weirdo, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now. If you're creeping around my property at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't want you to know if I'm here or there. Because chances are, if I confront you, I'm gonna surprise you. I'm either gonna sneak up on you and be like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing?" Or I'm gonna just make a phone call. you know. But this place, I had a little bit of problems with that. I don't know if you guys caught some of my last videos where we were having issues with people still opening the building left and right. Well, one of those guys got caught, got threatened with a lot of felonies. And basically, since people realized that he was going to do a bunch of time, nobody's tried to break in the building since. Especially now that they know that we have Cammy. It's all right, but I'd kind of like to have the ones with more lights on them. I only got one outside with IRs. But anyway, you guys, that's where we're at. Place is completely usable to work out of it. You don't have running water or anything, but there's a gas station across the street. There are ways to get some use out of the property now. And, definitely, a lot better than it used to be. You would come here and the only thing you work out of it, I mean, if you had to do more than like an hour worth of yard work, you didn't have a place to sit down. You didn't have a place to do nothing. You couldn't, sit down and have some coffee, nothing. But now it's almost feeling like home, or at least a decent work environment. I've worked in worse environments for sure.